What's going on? Welcome to the next video on breaking down anime poses from reference. And in this video, I chose to do the Armored Titan from Attack on Titan. And the pencil I'm using the typical standard mechanical pencil with a 0.5 lead, the 4B pencil. And I like to use the lead because it's easy to make, like, light and dark lines. I don't like using pencils that's too light. I wanted to have a pencil lead that can have like a decent balance, at least for me. I know there's multiple different leads. Sometimes I use a 0.4, but 0.5 works best for me. So with this, I'm starting out with the typical method where I'm drawing using the shapes like I have been before. But this time I'm going to finish it off. That way I can show people how to finish off the drawings when they have the shapes positioned in the areas that they have to create a general sketch. So right now I'm making the line connecting to the shoulder where the traps are. So I can make a circle for the shoulders on the other side. And I'm using the circles to measure out and know where to place the arms and the shoulders and the parts of the muscles, adding in the forearm. And I know I get a lot of questions of how to draw and add details after drawing the pose. And the thing is you have to have a general knowledge of anatomy and where it's placed to start doing it. Because once you start doing the shapes, the anatomy comes second, and then details comes third. And the more you practice, the easier it is to get when you start to create those different shapes and different poses, and you can just know where to place the muscles as you go. And so right now I'm just roughing in all the shapes, trying to figure out where it is. And this is a method that's used to measure out and know where to place things. And even then, your drawing is not going to look exactly like the reference. Even if I was to draw a bunch of different thumbnails and then create the shapes to rough out the body before drawing it to match out what's in the thumbnail, if I was drawing it from a thumbnail, but it's never going to look exactly like what the thumbnail is. The same with the reference. It's not going to look exactly like it because it's already done. It's done by the previous artist. It's the way it is, and the way he drew it is not going to be the way you draw it. The next person is going to always draw it different. So you can't worry about that. So now with this next part, I decided to speed it up because it's a lot of detail in that form. A lot of different pieces, a lot of shading, but just a general idea to show the process of what I like to do or my process for drawing in the details after roughing out the shapes. But you saw how I like to take it and erase it and then go over it. Some people will leave the shapes there and then draw over it while it's there, and then it'll just be a bunch of crazy, messy lines. But me, I like to erase over real light and then just go over it. Because the majority of the time when I'm drawing the shapes in like that, I would already have maybe like 10 or 5 different thumbnails of my own character I created. And so I already will have a reference of myself to go on when I'm adding in those details to the shapes. And since this character has a lot of different pieces on him, it takes a lot of time to draw each little piece and each little armored section. I think he has like almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 abs. And it's always good to practice this way, drawing from reference or drawing from reference of your own drawings to fix things. Because you never know, you will probably have a different approach, or maybe you'll see something that you may change that you never saw before. But you just got to keep on drawing. So right now I'm just darkening everything, adding in shading, my cross hatching as usual. I like the cross hatch with adding in the outline and then going over it with the quick shades, quick little strokes of the magic pencil. And you see how, because of the lead and how dark the lead is, I can the harder I press, the darker it gets. So I'll have like multiple shades. I have that real light touch when I'm doing the shapes, and then I'll have the real dark touch when I'm going over with the details. And I don't have to go over it too hard. It depends on the mood I'm going for the picture. But that's it for this video. Want to see more videos like this? Hit the like button, comment for any other poses you want to see, and take care.